Hi guys, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is SJ. This is Hubby.
Hi.
And welcome. So today, me and Hubby want to cover a subject that I've been asked, other motorcycle people have been asked, and that is, what are the best starter motorcycles if you have never ridden before in your life? Well, first off, I think there's a couple questions you need to ask yourself before you pick which type of motorcycle you're going to get. And that is, what kind of riding are you going to do? Are you looking to just cruise? Are you looking to maybe learn to ride and go up into the mountains? Or are you looking to have both street and off-road? And I think once you decide what your riding is going to be, what type of riding you're going to be, then you could start looking at the type of bikes that fit into your criteria for riding. And then you have to decide, am I a sport bike rider, dual sport cruiser? You know, what kind of bikes really attract me? And once you can answer those questions, then start looking and start seeing what's out there. And there are a lot of beginner bikes in every class of bike that you can think of. So what makes a good beginner bike if you've never ridden before? I would have to say anything under 500cc. That, you know, you'll find that the 500cc and under bikes tend to be a lot lighter, which makes it easier for you to handle, makes it easier for you to learn and control. So when you look at the different class of bikes, what kind of beginner bikes do you have? And Yamaha has the R3, which is what you're riding on. That was my beginner bike, the R3, and as you see, Hubby, if you've watched my videos, is always on the R3. And I mean, there's other manufacturers I can't think off the top of my head. Go sit on them, see which one fits you, see which one's better. But I do want to have one little tip in there. If you're gonna go sit on a motorcycle, I don't care what it is, what type of bike, wear the foot gear that you're gonna wear when you ride the bike. Because if you go in sneakers, you might find out you can't flat foot it or whatever, sandals. Don't. Go in the actual footwear that you're going to wear than when you're riding the bike, because that'll tell you whether you can flat foot it or not. Just a little tip for you guys.
If you're looking to buy a bike in a showroom, or that's where you're looking at them, keep in mind that sitting on a bike in the showroom and going down the road at 60 miles an hour are two different things.
And basically, it's just to get you started. They're great starter bikes, the 500cc and below. Like I said, they tend to be lighter weight. You know, make it easier, maneuverability. I mean, the R3, I mean, the flickability. Watch, you got something in the road here, babe.
Yep. Ew.
The flick...
It was an inner tube.
The flickability is just great. It makes it easy for you to learn. But you can pick up some bad habits on the smaller CC bikes. So you got to be careful. But they are great. They're not intimidating. They're not overpowering. So some people say, well, you know, like my bike that I'm riding, for example, is a 650 a good starter bike? If you've never ridden a motorcycle, dirt bike, anything in your life, no. I personally do not recommend my Ninja 650 for somebody who's never ridden in their life as a beginner bike. It's a great step-up bike, an upgrade after you've learned to ride. But starting off, no. I would not recommend this as a beginner bike. My biggest suggestion for you guys that want to ride, you're going to go take the MSF course, you can't wait to get that bike, this is the bike of your dreams. One, you don't buy the bike of your dreams for your first bike. No. Hold off. Get that once you have learned how to ride, you've got some miles under your behind, and you've learned techniques, and then think about it. But don't get that dream bike on as your first bike. That's a big no-no. Even if it's only a 500.
I mean, you can like the bike you got. I mean, you can find a used one, well taken care of.
Right, but don't, you know, buy a bike over your head. Don't let anybody convince you to buy a bike that you don't feel comfortable with, or you think you won't feel comfortable with. You know, it's got to be your decision. You know, I mean, hubby helped me with the decision on my first bike because he has a lot of riding experience. And he looked at different bikes, and he felt that the best for me to learn on was the R3. And he was right. When it came time to upgrade the bike, he was looking at different bikes, and I came across my Ninja 650, and I fell in love. I knew that this was going to be a bike that I was going to have for a while. And, you know, yeah, he liked a couple other different bikes at the time, but in the end, this was the bike I wanted. This is the bike I picked. So don't let somebody talk you into a bike that you feel is going to be over your head. Pick the bike that you feel you're going to be comfortable on learning how to ride. And that's a mistake that happens. People try to help you when you're going to learn to ride and get your first bike, and they forget what it was like when they first started riding. And they end up putting you on a bike and in a situation that really does not make you feel comfortable, scares the bejeebies out of you, and makes you not want to ride. And that's the part about riding. You got to be comfortable, you know, on what you're riding to be able to ride. And if the bike scares the shit out of you, it's not going to make you want to ride. When it comes to wanting to get your motorcycle license and choosing the bike, the best starter bike, my best advice and hubby's best advice is do your research, you know, find out what bikes are good, what bikes aren't, and keep the bikes under 500cc while you're learning to ride. And don't let anybody push you into something that you don't think you're going to be comfortable with. And just have fun and learn and take the MSF course, get gear, and start your journey to a wonderful, wonderful sport. And remember, you never, ever got this on a motorcycle. You are forever learning, and you are forever practicing. So, alright guys, we're going to continue on our ride here, and we're going to have fun. And you guys can't wait to see all of you on the road when you get your motorcycle license. Can't wait to see pics of what motorcycle you choose. And yeah, ride safe guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one.